Okay, listen, the Cancelled podcast is finally living up to its name. It is getting cancelled, but it looks like there is really more to it than what the two hosts are trying to show the public. There's being speculated a deep secret beef between Tana and Brooke, especially based on the interview that Tana recently did, in which she said some stuff that people are convinced show that she may secretly hate Brooke or is done with her, whatever you want to call it, but don't worry because we are going to get into all of it in this video. So on June 11th, Tana and Brooke took to YouTube in an episode called Why the Cancelled Podcast is Ending to address the recent rumors that their podcast was coming to an end, and in their true fashion, they did spill some tea. Basically, they both expressed the fact that ending Cancelled is the best decision not only for their personal careers, but for their mental health as well. But really, what people are most interested in is what Tana said when she was a guest on the Impulsive podcast, because people are making all kinds of speculations, like this person who said that Tana is finally getting rid of Brooke. But why is she getting rid of her? Well, this gets interesting.
So why not question on that note? So why not why not evolve the show, right? Like, for example, like for us, we've shed 47 layers of skin throughout the course of this 8-year extravaganza, but we evolved together and we evolved the show. So I'm not, we don't have to go super deep on it, but just curious as to why you guys don't just evolve the content.
I guess we could just evolve the content, but it still is like, there's only so much you can evolve, I think, our show. Like I would still have to be in LA every week and we would still have to show up. And just also like creatively, I think that her and I both have sometimes different visions. Like we always talk about the fact that as friends, amazing, but getting us to always agree on everything business-wise and stuff is difficult. And like, I love her to death, but I could just see a world where we both had our own things that were very different. And then we had the agency and the leisure to cross over when we want, because we still have that great chemistry. And you know what I mean? Like almost nurture our friendship first and just evolve in different ways that still allow us to continue to be friends, and just it's not a contractual obligation to show up on that couch every week and talk about Hailey Bieber's asshole.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's a very important topic these days. The fit of a business, friendship, relationship, or even just business partners, not even with the friendship, is akin to finding a romantic. But it is very,
and I love her so
very
much,
hard to make those puzzle pieces fit perfect. That is why I'm so grateful for this, because
So basically, she's saying that what is leading to the end of the podcast is the fact that they don't agree on some things when it comes to business, and that is okay. It is normal. It happens all the time, but people just don't believe it. They're coming with their own narratives, so much that Tana had to come and try to make people understand, commenting that she loves Brooke and asking people not to twist what she said. But let us talk about why people are convinced that Tana might hate Brooke. So for most people, the Cancelled podcast's popularity skyrocketed when Brooke Scofield's drama with her ex-boyfriend Clinton Ken broke the internet, but Brooke also ended up becoming the downfall of the podcast when her racist tweets resurfaced. The tweets really became a big problem to the podcast that Brooke had to take a break from co-hosting because her reputation was ruining the show, but she eventually came back to co-host. So because of this, some people are convinced that the podcast ending may just be Tana wanting to get rid of Brooke and do stuff on her own without having to worry that Brooke's next scandal might affect her as well in case they were working together. I think this is the most popular narrative out here, as many people are backing it up, where one person said that she doesn't like Brooke anymore. Simple. It has nothing to do with the content. Another person said that she's getting rid of Brooke, and another person said that Brooke's scandal really took a toll on the podcast and their friendship for sure. It always seemed like Brooke didn't give an ish about what Tana was saying on the podcast. I'm so over Cancelled. I'm not interested in Brooke and Tana. I'm interested in only Tana. They haven't evolved together. I feel like Brooke just sits there while Tana and guests are vibing. She's very obviously been quitting Brooke for a while now. Dude, she just hates Brooke. Brooke being exposed really destroyed the podcast. Brooke was the downfall. I can see Tana having a different podcast where she's the main star and has a different vibe. Well, someone even analyzed their body language and said that Tana looks happy that this is ending, but Brooke looks sad about it, and they said that it is the kind of breakup where one person wants it and another doesn't. She said that Tana appears upbeat and optimistic about the podcast ending. Her theatrical hand gestures and expressive tone suggests that she's focused on the silver lining and possibly excited about a new opportunity. She stays cordial while acknowledging that the dynamic hasn't been working, but emphasizes that the friendship remains intact. In contrast, Brooke's body language tells a different story. Her tight-lipped expression and distant demeanor signals discomfort and possible disappointment. Though she makes small comments to show they still get along, her energy feels more resigned than relieved, suggesting that she's reluctantly coming to terms with the decision, which also aligns with this narrative that Tana is the one pushing for the breakup. Well, you let me know what you think. Do you believe that Tana is trying to get rid of working with Brooke, or do you believe that they really had the creative issues as she said? Let me know what you think and stay tuned for more.